Quote here, "We are not your gal friends. I have a 20-minute limit for being an emotional tampon. After that, speak to your friends or let us solve the problem."
And it actually has to do a lot with restraint. But they will never get that. They will absolutely never understand that.
End quote. And I feel the point was made pretty clear by this comment. But another perspective I would like to add is the amount of care and understanding that women give men towards their emotions, and the fact that it's alarmingly absent. Women tend to have larger friend groups that they will lean on for support, whereas men, if they want other men, well, they tend to have to seek that out. They also take on the responsibility of a woman's emotions, which means even if they have feelings, one of you, for the sake of both of you, has to remain centered. And while men are wired for solutions, that doesn't mean that they're emotional stones. What it does mean is that they're not necessarily allotted the same time, space, or respect to express or even validate or acknowledge their emotions. And oftentimes, if they have the courage to try, they are emasculated, or these things are thrown in their face.
Yeah, of course. I mean, this is a story that's quite old at this point, okay? As you have all of these women saying, oh, I want a man who's vulnerable. I want a man who's going to be emotionally open with me. I'm so sick of the, tell me if you've heard this one before, guys, the emotionally unavailable men. And so what happens is men listen to this crap, they go out there and they think to themselves, oh, I can be emotional, everything's going to be fine. And then they do realize that it just gets thrown back in their face. They get treated like trash. And, you know, this is why dudes don't open up to women these days, is because it gets weaponized against them. Number one, nobody cares. But number two, the people who proclaim to give a damn just weaponize it and use it against you anyway. Okay, so like, where is the incentive for men to be emotionally vulnerable or open up to you anyway? And of course men have feelings, like everybody knows this. When I say everybody, perhaps I'm quite a bit wrong there. But of course men have feelings. But not everyone, you know, women in particular don't really give a damn. They oftentimes think that we don't. This makes a lot of sense. But to be honest, I think a lot of the things in this video are going to make a lot of sense because they're written by men and they're talking about the issues that men face. So of course they have a good grasp of the things that we're, you know, that I would agree